Welcome back, Anna. Your dreams of having a baby. Welcome back.
I got the full singing parade.
That's right.
What a treat.
Jordana, that's sort of Jared's seat now.
Yeah.
He bent the knee.
I relent the skinny chair to you.
Wow. What a treat.
How you feeling? How the babies? How's Ronnie? How's Mike?
How's everyone?
How's everyone?
Everyone's pretty good.
Yeah?
You gotta wait for the podcast.
All right, we gotta wait. Don't talk to me.
Hello and welcome back to the You Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. Welcome back.
I'm back.
You're here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh my.
Amazing. Oh my God. Wow.
I thought it was going to be way quieter than that.
I love it.
Oh my God.
That was shocking. I like you guys looking at each other and then you just did it. I was very impressed.
Oh my God. I almost had a heart attack.
You guys are a well-oiled machine over
Thank God
here.
I took my cholesterol medication today. That was crazy. Oh my God.
Wow,
Yeah,
I feel
great
very
job.
welcomed. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah,
I walked in. I got like
welcome
I got a
back.
standing ovation and everyone was clapping. It was amazing. Yes.
We're excited you're here. I know the listenership, they've been begging. They say, get rid of these loser guests. We hate them all.
I feel like, I read the comments. I feel like they've been hit or miss. Sometimes people are like, are really into them.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
It definitely, I don't know.
Some people are like, stay away, Jordana.
Right. There's some people. Well, it is like an emotional roller coaster. Some weeks, and for me, having to tend to this ship, captain alone.
Right.
I feel like a single mother.
Does it feel just kind of like J-Train?
No, it did for a minute, but it also felt like I don't want. My biggest fear is like everyone's like, oh, we're gone. Jordana's gone. It's over. Jump the shark, and you're like. No, we're still here. We're still
of course.
doing our dating. Well, with this segment, before we got to make some money off of this comeback.
We got to get into it.
We got to make
That's
some
why I'm here.
dough back.
No.
Listen, you're here to make the dough. Our next segment is something new and different, sponsored by season 3 of Euphoria on HBO Max. We wanted to do something big for their big comeback. It's been 5 years since the events of season 2, and the stakes have never been higher. So it got us thinking. We hear a lot of stories on this show from people in messy, complex, and surprising situations, but we don't always get a follow-up. Like any good cliffhanger, it's hard not to wonder, but what happened next? So this segment is, what are you up to? And we're going to give updates on our lives.
We are. You're going to hear it's something we usually reserve for the subscribers.
Right.
Now you guys are going to everyone gets an update.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's been 3 months, which is like crazy. I haven't gone 3 months without seeing you. In 8 years.
I know. It's crazy.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And I've never missed an episode of this show before this.
Right.
So it's been weird.
How do you feel? How did it, okay, so
yeah,
the babies are healthy and doing well. We want to check in on the babies, Lucy and Charlie.
The babies are wonderful. They're just great. I mean, they don't do that much, but they're
kind
great.
of just sitting there.
Yeah, they're sitting there, they're eating, but every day they do a little something new, so that's fun. They're starting to smile and laugh and all that.
Do you ever have a day where you look in the mirror and you're like, you're a fucking mom? Do you ever have that moment?
Kind of every day. Yeah.
Every day there's oh my God, I'm in charge.
It feels very surreal. And also 0 to 2 feels like I have 2 kids. That feels like I've been doing it for a while, but I haven't.
Right.
So that's kind of the weird thing.
2 children.
Yes.
In that huge house. Enough room for 10.
Oh my God. And you have your hat on?
I got my hat.
Yes.
So if you're watching on YouTube, Uncle J Train is in the building. That's right. Uncle J Train.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did your brother say anything about the hat? Was he like, what about my kids, future kids?
Well, now I have the hat for when his kids arrive.
You've already
Uncle
prepped.
J Train to a lot of kids out there.
Okay, it's not just.
Let's not take it.
Oh, I wasn't. I thought it was like a special.
It's
thing.
special for you. I got the hat for you.
Who else are you? How many?
There's a lot of Uncle J Train. You have
a lot of children that call you that. Does anyone actually call you that? Any children?
They don't. There's a couple where the parents are trying to push it on them, but they're not confident enough. They're not like adult enough to be
Right.
like Uncle J train. Like it's not like that, and I'm not around enough. It's not like I'm like over
You'd
the
have
house
to like
every
take
day.
them somewhere. Yeah.
Right, I'd have to really be a part of their lives. I think right now they're probably not sure of my name, so they're like, ooh, like they would do it how I do it. where
That's
you
my
mumble it.
uncle.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's a little much for the
Right.
amount I'm around. But to your kids, I'm Uncle J Train.
Yes.
We're gonna make sure we make them do this from day
Indeed.
one.
Yes.
So how's Mike as a dad? How's you and Mike? Well, let's get into the relationship.
Yes, let's
Are
do
you
it.
guys doing well?
Yeah, we're doing great. We're very well supported.
My extension of that question is there something you wish you would have looked for in the dating process that would have informed you or you're happy worked out? Like
Yeah.
you can't really do that when you're dating. You're not like, you kind of like, oh, they think they'd be a good father, they're responsible. But is there anything specific that you go, oh, thank God this worked out with Mike?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that. I think and I don't know if I necessarily was looking for it at the time when I met him when I was like 27, but now I'm looking back and I'm like, this is a great quality to have in this person. I mean, neither of us are like huge going out super.
You're not party animals.
We're not party animals. We're not like. I mean, we have our moments, but like
we're cool. We're
we're cool. We like do shit. No, but we don't even like really like. We kind of like being home.
Yeah.
And I think that's very helpful now because you spend a lot of time at home.
Right.
So that's been nice. Like he's not like, oh, I need to go drinking with my friends or I need to like get out of here. I need to do any of that besides, trying to run the marathon.
Is he still running the marathon?
No, he got rejected, which was great.
Hey,
He applied.
You said that so easily.
No, he applied.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It's like a lottery.
Oh,
You don't have to like qualify. He just like
they didn't have like a looks competition.
no, it's not like personal. That's why I don't feel bad just saying it like
Got
that.
Rejected. I was like,
Yeah, no, you just like a lot of apparently like they take a very small percent of people for the New York City Marathon.
Okay.
It's I wouldn't know anything about it.
You wouldn't think it based on going to watch. It seems like they let any.
I think they do. It's
any
like
barnyard animal into that race.
it's like random, but there's ways to get in. I think if you've done it before, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But if you're just like any random person applying, there's like a pretty small chance that you get accepted. So he was rejected. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't.
You're doing a little fist pump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? I feel like he's been trying to get healthier, which is interesting.
Okay. Well, he's got something to live for now.
Now he's got something. Not me.
That's right. Not
Forget
you.
me. Yeah.
You know, whatever.
But it does take a lot of energy.
If he dies just dating you, he's like tragic, fun, sexy tale.
Yes.
Dies with two twins, twiblings.
Right.
I saw Twisters.
Twisters.
I like Twisters.
Yes. That wasn't mine. Someone did a question box. Someone said, "Have you thought about calling them Twisters?" And I was like, I love that.
I love Twisters so much more than Twiblings.
Same.
It is.
It's really fun.
I'm mad. I'm not wearing a Uncle Twister hat right now. Like that was a missed opportunity. Yeah, because if you're new to the show, I don't know. We like to like keep people updated.
Sure.
Jordana has twin-ish, Twisters, which is one baby with a surrogate, and then had a baby on her own afterwards.
Yes.
So you have these.
So
two,
they're 3 weeks apart.
Yeah.
But so they're not technically twins. They're technically sisters, but they're twin-esque.
Man, they have a great
Fun fact.
And it's built in. They never have to worry about a fun fact.
That's true. It's really one of the greatest gifts you could give someone.
Absolutely. Can you know how many times in my life they go, and you're going to say one thing about yourself that is fun and interesting and new. And
What
you're
did you say?
I have no hobbies. I have one leg an inch and a half longer than the other.
You would say that in the
As I got older.
icebreakers, as they say?
As I got older, that would be
Yes.
my fun fact.
Okay.
Or I had a dog that was a model.
Okay. Oh, and named Stoli.
Same stole.
Yeah. A dog that was a model. That's funny. Yeah.
A model dog.
Mine
So-
was always like I was like, oh, I have 8 siblings. That was always
That's an easy
one too.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, what a like, but it would be like a dark thing where you're like, do I have anything that makes me interesting?
Right.
Like whenever they first
Yes.
ask it, you go, oh my God, I have nothing. I'm a loser. I'm just like everyone else. Like
Yeah.
that
Especially
so
when you're like 8.
yeah, right. Lucy and Charlie are all set.
They're all set.
What an
I
inheritance
made them
they've
interesting before they even were born.
gotten. Great work.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you.
So you and Mike are doing well. You're happy that he doesn't go out, and you guys are homebodies. That kind of like fits the
Yeah.
first couple years of a baby thing.
Yeah, and he's also like a little bit I always say he's like a little bit of a square.
Okay. Not how I would describe Mike.
I mean, I say it to his face.
Yeah.
It's like but it's like that's a good thing now.
I'm buying him a hat. The square.
I mean, I'm like a little bit more, a little type B, a little bit more like less rules based. And
Right.
he's a little bit more like he's on the schedule. He's very much like things should be done the way they're supposed to be done.
Jordana's just sitting outside. We go to the house. She's sitting outside, leg up on the wall, smoking a
cigarette.
cig. Hey, mama. Fuck off. No mama here.
Yeah, that's basically how
That's how the house works.
the whole thing works for sure. But yeah, I think yeah, we've been getting along very well, but I also think it's funny, like obviously it's not a secret. It took me a while to get to this point. Like I had a lot of issues like having the babies, but one of the silver linings of that is that I was able to like set myself up for this period of time where I was very well supported. So I've had, a therapist, a psychiatrist, the baby nurse, like just the house all done. Like it was
a full team.
Yes, it's been very like I've had time to prepare both financially and like emotionally.
Right.
So I do feel very well supported, which has made the whole process like more pleasant for both of us.
It's an interesting thing, like if you're two young kids running around with your heads cut off, it's a little different than we've been preparing. The nest has been laid. Us as a couple, we've had trials and tribulations together that like I would think, the issues that came with trying to have a kid. Yeah. You've dealt with each other in ways that like, the diaper needs to be changed is like small.
For sure. And we've done and we did a couple of like couples therapy sessions to sort of align before they were born.
Really?
Yeah, and it was helpful. We like talked about everything from like the actual birth, like what we needed from each other, to like the first few weeks after. So I would recommend that. We just
How is that brought up? Is that brought up as like, we need this, or is that brought up as like this would be a fun thing to like get us ready? Like I'm trying to think of like how is that sold to one another?
I was something that was recommended by his therapist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his therapist was like, hey, you guys are about to have a baby. It would be good to like get on the same page. Yeah. Going into this.
To align on like what, anything that you're worried might come up, or like any, boundaries or anything that you want from that person as you're going through labor in the first weeks after, because it can be a very like emotionally intense time.
How many sessions?
2.
So is it like a package? Like, is that like something they do? Or are they like, hey, it's your that'd be a great thing for a psychologist listening. Like, hey, couples therapist.
Prenatal package?
Prenatal package. Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I think it was kind of like, let's see how the first one goes. And then if there's anything that we like feel like we didn't cover, let's do another one.
There we go. I
think it was nice to kind of have a space with like an objective person to air something like, what are our when are your parents are gonna come over, or anything you're worried that I want to make sure I have my space. They have all these people coming in and out.
Are they? Sorry to interrupt, but I guess I'm gonna ask questions that maybe the audience would have. Are they giving you hypotheticals? Are they like, parent? You got the baby. Parents want to come over. It's 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Right. How do we both feel about this? Is that kind of how it's kind of brought up, and then you both give your answer on a page, and then you compare notes?
I'm trying to remember. No, it's more of just like an open discussion, I think, facilitated by someone who also knows exactly like, who knows almost more than we do about what the experience is like in those first few weeks and months after.
I guess it would be important that marriage counselor has children.
Yeah.
That's got to be a big part, so that they know what to ask, what pressure points to like.
I would assume either has children themselves or has enough experience talking to people who have it that they know like the expectations.
Okay, this is great. Yeah. I'm sure for anyone who's pregnant, great idea.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
As a relationship that you found value in it.
I found value in it. I just think it's nice to like have a facilitated time and space to like talk about those things. And we were on the same page about a lot of stuff. It didn't like fully like transform our whole relationship, but it was nice to have an opportunity to talk about like, what do we want? I told you, like, we have different feelings about like childcare and
Care-
help and things
caregiving,
like
yeah.
and caregiving and that. Just like an easy open space to kind of talk through anything where you might have different views and kind of come together in the same way.
Where did you guys differentiate the most during these sessions? What's one thing you guys disagreed on in those meetings?
I wouldn't say we disagreed on anything. I think it was more like maybe the other person hadn't thought of it. Where I'm like, even like something small, like when we were coming back from picking up, from getting Charlie, like from the airport. We were getting like picked up by his parents and they were like taking us back to our house and they'd been watching like our dog. It was kind of like on that day, I was like, I'd like to go home and like not be entertaining.
Right.
Just like
I don't want your parents over. AKA.
or like if they're being very
Right.
you know what I mean? Like if they're being very helpful, it's not even I don't want them over, but it's like I want to like decompress after this whole
Right. I don't
thing.
want to have to raise my eyebrows, which is a thing. Like,
Right.
like your parents come over, I don't have to go, I don't want to say please and thank you.
Right.
Like even as small as
Kind
that.
of, yes. Or like they can come over. You and your parents can watch the baby. I would like to go nap without feeling rude. It's funny,
Right.
we were thinking about the Love is Blind thing with the napping. I was thinking about that a lot.
Right. Well, you got ahead of it.
Yeah. But then
I
they
wanna
were
go
very,
nap.
It was great. They're very helpful. Like the three of them watched the baby. I went to go nap, but I didn't want to have to feel like I was being rude. They're like doing something and then I'm
Politeness out
Yes.
the door. And again, with family, you don't have to be as polite, but with in-laws, there is
Yeah.
some measure of, courtesy to them.
for sure, especially when they're like meeting their grandchild for the first time and
Totally.
they're doing you a favor, they're picking you up from the airport,
Right.
they're
Like, you don't want-
watching your dog. I don't want to be like, all right, bye guys, I'm like out of here.
Right. You also don't want to get in the car from the airport and your mother-in-law is like, let me see that baby. You're like, get out of here, Wrinkles. Don't touch her. Like, you don't want to be,
Right, yeah.
you want to set the tone.
Exactly. It's kind of like all small stuff that sort of has to do with like that kind of thing. Like
So
what
it's
do
not
you
a disagreement. It's
Yes.
more like, I'm just letting you know
Right.
a feeling that would be tough to let you know in that moment.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think like there was other little things like, I was like, in the hospital room, like if I want you to like go ask the nurse for something, I know he like hates asking for things. He hates like being like at all confrontational. And I wasn't like, I want you to scream at all the nurses for me. But I was like, I was kind of like, if I need something, I need you to like if I want to push back on something, I need you to like back me and also like be more aggressive than is your
Right.
generally how you would be.
Your default.
Yes.
I need a little bit more. I need you to be a little bit of a warrior for me. I
Yes.
need you to go to battle for me a little bit.
Yes, if something comes up, I like
Right.
want to know because I know he hates doing that. Just that, like, if I need it to be done, that he will just get over it and do
Did
it.
he have a note? What was his notes for you?
What was his notes for me? I'm perfect.
Other than keep doing what you're doing, kid. It's got to be tough for him.
Yeah.
And you're with like a pregnant woman,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, here's a few things I've had on my mind, and you're like, what? Like I don't know. It's just maybe
Right.
I'm going by the sitcom, hack, view of pregnant woman, but you're like every sitcom had the
Yeah.
woman like crushing the guy's hand, like breaking his hand during the delivery. Like, you
Right.
can't ask anything. You got to walk on eggshells.
Well, he's like, can I run the marathon? Is that allowed? Am I
I'd
allowed
like to take
train
care of
for
my
the-"
heart.
Yes.
No, you're gonna die right away.
But it is funny. Like we have shifted into a couple where like he's like, do you mind if I go for a run? And part of me is like, you don't have to ask me. Like I'm not your like mom.
Right.
But part of me is like, oh, it's nice that you asked because you might not be allowed to go for a run.
Right. Well, things have. It's not that. I guess it goes from I'm not your mom to I'm your business partner.
Right.
With these two investments we've made.
That's a great way to look at it. Look
You
at it like
know.
you're putting in for your PTO.
Right. So I do have questions from the audience.
Let's
for you,
hear it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How has marriage evolved since becoming a family of 4? But actually, you're a family of 5. Let's not forget Ronnie.
Can't forget Ronnie.
No.
It becomes a lot, like you said, a little bit more like a business
Mm-hmm.
than it does two people just like having a great time all the time. We have a good time. And that's why I think it's so important to be with someone who you can kind of like just be around a lot.
Right.
Just like, do they not, like, can you be with them like all the time and they don't annoy you? It's
Right.
almost the lowest common denominator of like what you need in a partner.
What's something you've learned about each other in this new chapter? Any new insight into Mike? Anything new that you've learned about yourself?
I mean, he's a great dad. He like he wants to be involved in everything. And I think that I've told you, he's always had like this little bit of like sort of traditional cheesy sense where he's like, he loves Valentine's Day, he loves Christmas, he likes
so
doing
all this stuff is gonna be like all the cheesy dad stuff.
Yeah, he's like really excited to do all the cheesy dad stuff. And I'm more excited than I thought I would be too. I'm like, Valentine's Day, of course I'm putting on the onesies.
Right. Well, I don't know. I hate when people say they're a great dad in the first year.
That's true.
I feel like they're a better
Yeah.
not to
fair.
give
No,
feedback.
it's fair.
Right? Like I think you can be a good husband in the first year, but being a good dad, like listen,
He's
this
good.
will come back to haunt me.
I guess it's fun. It is unfair because like I feel like being a good dad just seems like not being miserable when you're around your kids. Like
Right.
being happy to be around your kids. That's like the bar for a good dad.
Right. And especially in that first year, it's like good dad what? Doing
I mean, he changes diapers. He's like
don't we all gotta change a diaper?
I don't know, but apparently like dads in the 50s weren't doing that or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Low bar.
Yeah.
Love it.
He comes with me to all the doctor's appointments. He's like, he's hands on. Yeah.
Okay, so what surprised you most about taking time off from the podcast? I mean, this is all about us. What was the surprise not being on the show?
I had like some FOMO, I think. There was a sense of that. Like, I think there was a fear of like, I think I've talked about this a little bit on Benefits. I was a little bit afraid of becoming obsolete. And I think that's probably relatable to any mom who takes like maternity leave. Like, are they going to still need me when I come back, or like are they going to discuss? I was like, again, I was a little worried you were going to do too well without me.
Oh yeah, right. We didn't want that.
Right.
We don't.
I didn't want to be
the
Tom.
show's a hit.
I didn't want to be Tom Brady out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
or whoever the other guy is. Drew Bledsoe. Right.
Drew
yes.
Bledsoe out of here.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
that was my fear.
It
was going to go too well.
People love our dynamic, the show, what we've built here.
Yes.
That's what this show's all about. You know, like anyone could have a dating show. Diet and exercise. That's like all dating advice comes down to. It's the care we have for the listeners and the subject. So I think, okay, so someone asked this, your kids are Gen Alpha. We're already seeing how different Gen Z is from how we dated. How do you think dating will look for them? Do you imagine apps will still be a part of it? This person really got ahead of themselves.
Seriously. Well, actually, they're Gen Beta.
Gen Beta?
2026 is the first year of Gen Beta. We're just starting a new generation.
I don't know. We got to change that name.
Oh, yeah.
The manosphere is not going to do well with that.
Not great for the incels.
Yeah.
Gen Beta. I'm a part of Gen Beta.
Gen Beta.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I think dating will be different how do you think dating will be different for them?
I don't know.
Thankfully, they're not dating yet.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Listen, AI, they'll be dating an AI robot.
Yeah, I hope people still speak to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like a fear, like there's so much screens around everywhere, or that there's less human connection, but they have each other to look at.
It's a beautiful thing. We're all very happy for you, Charlie, Lucy, Mike, Ronnie.
Yeah.
How's Ronnie doing? We know that there's been
he's had some
adjustment. Tough
adjustment.
on Ronnie.
He's had some adjustment issues. I'm trying to get him. Ronnie
the dog getting neutered and having two sisters come into the fold at
Yeah.
the same time. Tough timing.
It's been a tough time for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, but he's
Shout out Ronnie.
Shout out to Ronnie. He's the best when he's either the best or the worst.
Okay.
Depending on the minute.
Is it good to have the dog around? Do you feel like, is it a burden more than it is a pleasure? Like, do you see a light at the end of the tunnel where you're like, the dog will be great in a few?
Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking, because it is a lot. Like, I understand why people don't like to have puppies while they have new babies. It's a lot. But I've heard that they mellow out after like 2 or 3 years.
You're going to get, honestly, you'll have one picture of Charlie and Lucy standing next to Ronnie, or riding him or whatever, doing something with him, and you'll go, this was all worth it.
Yeah. And he's got a special place in my heart as a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
I find that like he does give me more almost like attention than them.
Right.
Do you know what
He's
I mean?
giving you something back. A little
bit more.
Face.
He's obsessed with me. He follows me into every room. Like the kid,
Right.
like at this
Kids
age,
could care less about you.
At this age, they don't really like know the difference between me and anyone else, really.
You're just
so
a milk source.
I'm not their favorite person yet, necessarily. Or not their favorite. They don't really have one. But with Ronnie, he's pretty into me. So
I completely
from
understand.
From a place of my ego, he still plays a big part.
This is great. We are all happy for you. Uncle J Train.
Yes.
We clap for you,
Yeah.
Mama.
And we're coming to Florida, so you're going to meet them.
That's when I'll meet them.
V, are you going to be there? Maybe you should film it.
Yeah, V, we should get you down to
Maybe
film.
you should babysit.
Yeah, I am not going to babysit.
The two? Babysit the two of them? That would be a great... How many subscribers by April 26th to have Jared babysit the two of them alone for one night?
One night babysitting?
Yeah.
I got to change diapers and stuff?
You got to do all of it.
How funny is it
How
going to
many
be?
subscribers? Let's just give them a challenge. You guys aren't going to get it.
What
you
are we
guys,
on YouTube?
Yeah.
22,000 on YouTube. If we
Okay.
get to 25,000 by April,
That's it? Oh, wow.
I'll do it. Well,
that's doable.
listen, we gotta walk before we can run.
All right, if we get to 25,000 subscribers by April 26th.
We will film me babysitting Charlie, Lucy.
For
not
one-
Ronnie.
Not Ronnie. He's not coming.
can't do all
He's
three.
not coming. But for one night,
One night.
we're going to film it.
You guys get to go out on Atlantic Avenue in Delray and leave me at home. I'll be waving
Yes.
with the two babies.
I would pay good money to
Love
see
it.
that.
So-
I mean, I would have to because you'd be the babysitter. how much do you charge?
I'm
An
going to have
hour.
to check in with a couple teenage girls to see what they're charging.
You would
And
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so funny. My neighbor was like, "Oh, did you hire a nanny? Like, I'm looking for a nanny." And she's like our parents' age. I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I'm looking for like a nanny for like myself,
Wait,
for like
what?
to do things around my house."
So wait, your neighbor's like in her 60s.
Yes.
I'm looking for a nanny.
Yes. I'm like, I don't know if it's called a nanny.
Yeah, I think it's called
like
the cleaning
companion
person. I
caretaker.
think it's called a gigolo.
She's married.
Okay, I don't know. I'm looking for a young man to
She's a
take care of me. What are you
know
looking
anyone-
for, ma'am?
If you know anyone.
She's like, you're the CEO of Betches Industry. You know a lot of young people. Bring it. I don't know.
to come live with me.
Come live with me. You okay?
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, let's get to your questions, right?
I mean, my check-in is upon us, I guess.
Let's do it. I have so many questions.
It's been a while. I have a girlfriend now.
I know.
And that's,
Does she have a
some
name?
news.
Can we give her a name?
Emily, we can refer to her.
That's her real name.
That's her real name.
Okay.
I won't, well, this is part of the weirdness of, the whole story is not, I don't want to I don't want to be the person that's like, our story is so interesting, wild, amazing.
Our story page. How's your Our Story page?
The Our Story page.
What would you give it?
Well, I would give it a 10 because it's as I mentioned on Benefits, I talk about her in the book.
Yes.
Walking Red Flag, which you can see behind me on YouTube. There's 3 stories that were told about when we dated. We had dated a few years ago, and we were in the, the talking phase and the dating phase, and it was getting more and more serious. And then I basically was like, I'm not ready. This isn't it. I have like a little pit in my stomach. I even called Dr. Naomi. I remember it.
I remember, yeah.
Vividly calling Dr. Naomi to get advice and talk to her about it. And I'd never felt that way. Again, not to I don't want to glorify the tale. I kind of look back on it and I'm like, what was I thinking? Why couldn't I, push through when right now it feels very easy? I'm going to meet her parents and her sister and her niece tonight. And it's funny, the weird part is about saying her name is people are
are you wearing the hat?
Uncle Jay. Well, it's a little presumptuous of me.
Right? Yeah.
To walk in, Uncle J train. Yeah, I can't wear the hat.
You could call me Aunt Vicky. Sorry.
So, yeah, it's been, and it happened pretty quick because it was out of the blue. It kind of started, and
Well, how'd you meet?
we met at a show 3.5 years ago.
She was attending one of your shows?
She was at the Cellar, and a comedian was on before me dealing with a heckler. And they were making fun of the heckler, and she was laughing so hard she was crying in the front at the comedian making fun of the heckler.
Okay.
And then he made reference to, there's a single Jewish guy going on next, you should get with him. Something like that.
Oh, that is a good Our Story page.
It is quite a story. Well, then it goes on and on. And so then we meet basically through the comments of the heckler video that got posted.
Through the comments?
Because they posted the heckler video.
Okay.
This is the beginning of posting clips, and they're posting clips. And,
Right.
She sees it, and then there was a DM sent, and it didn't go anywhere.
Did you send the DM?
No.
Okay.
And then, but it didn't go anywhere, and then we ended up matching on Hinge, going on a date.
Okay.
Having what I remember to be a great, one of my best first dates.
Where was it?
The wine bar in the West Village next. I think it just closed recently. Look it up. You know where Apollo Bagels is? That wine bar. Oh, it's closed? I think it might have closed. That coffee shop is right in front of it. That's like 4 inches big. Jordana, you probably don't know about it.
I don't know anything.
It's not on Long Island and called Starbucks.
Ouch. Ouch.
So
Mike and my first date was at a bar in the West Village.
what was it called?
That must be where you go on a good first date.
That was
West
called Village.
That was called Highlands, but which also closed.
Yeah, Sogno Toscano. It's still temporarily closed. Sogno Toscano.
I'm sure that's how you say it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how the
Great
Italians say
accent,
it. Sogno Toscano Market and Wine Bar. It used to be kind of a good, I would say it was a good date spot. And I remember having this like really amazing date, and then it took us a minute to like connect again. And, it was one of those things that like I was dating in the way I was dating at the time, which is like.
Not necessarily like ready for a full commitment.
Right. And having to realize that along the way, like, and kind of going person to person, no matter how great the connection was, I was still distracted.
Yes.
And, then the special came out at the time, 37 and Single. I'm distracted by that. And there was a lot of that going on. And then I ended up ending it, and we didn't talk for like 2.5 years. Just no conversation. Right. And we still followed each other, but like, we'd follow each other, and I'd see them watching my stories and kind of have these moments, and it would make me think about it, you know? And I was doing a lot of comparing, and then they reached out because I was going, I was going to be in their town for when I did a show, and they're like, crazy, but just wanted to check in. Maybe you want to get coffee.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I wanted to text them. I had mentioned to you.
I remember, yeah.
Maybe I would text them, and that's no bullshit. Like that's the hard part is like, it's funny, like a lot of this stuff, and especially being on a dating podcast where like I would advise for the text to be sent. I know that my advice is consistent. Our advice. Yeah. Consistent that if you're thinking about someone and you want to send them a text to go get coffee and it's been a couple of years, why wouldn't you? I would give that advice. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I saw this text and was like, whoa, what a fucking crazy person. Like I was just like, I was like kind of upset. I was like, I kind of wanted to send that text and I wasn't really.
Would you have sent it? I don't know if you would have sent it.
I don't know. I don't know if I was had the balls. I don't know. I was I was really afraid of coming back into someone's life and then having to like unbutton that shirt again. Like I didn't want to be a dick. Yeah. I did. I'm not trying to make myself into a hero. I'm just like, I'd rather not know than have to deal with that.
For sure.
And then when we got coffee, it was like, it just kind of was like a rush over my body of calmness and feeling excited and kind of like seeing how happy they were and being like, yeah, that like, don't fuck that up for them, Did she know who you were when she saw you at Comedy Cellar? Like, did she know? Knew of me.
Did she know of your work?
Sure, a little bit.
Had she listened to the show?
No, I don't think so.
Never. Okay.
I mean, it's so far away now.
You don't remember, right?
I don't remember those questions being asked, but I know that she was familiar-ish, but not
like a super fan.
She had messaged me 10 times before to like be like, hey, I think we'd be a good match, which has happened with other people.
Was she following you?
I think she was.
Okay. And did you discuss, like, when she reached out to you again more recently, when you got back together, what was her, like, what was she thinking? Like, what was her intention when she reached out to you?
It seemed that her intention was just to see how everything was, to check in. This wasn't, if anything, it was me. Because, like, we had this conversation. So we get coffee, and the coffee was, and she was like, it was purely a catch-up. Like, and what became very weird to me, and something that I'll acknowledge and admit to, is how much more her watching my stories meant to me than it had meant to her to watch. So she knew things-ish about my life, but I was like very much like seeing a story she'd watch and being like, it imprinted into my brain seemingly more.
Right.
I haven't asked her about that, but like I don't know if I want to. I don't think it would be fair. But every time I would like.
She probably watched your stories also, assuming like you would never even know she watched your stories because you have so many followers.
Right, but I saw it every single time, and I
Did she
I
ever
could tell when she muted me. She wasn't watching as much of them. Like when we first ended, I was muted, but then I could see when she would check in.
Right.
And like I'm talking about, like I went to, like there's so much stories that happened between when we dated and now, but I felt like she was there the whole time. You know what I mean? Like I was, I'm talking to her about Australia. She's like, you went to Australia. Oh yeah, you were planning that. And I was like, yeah, I put up like 30 million stories from there. Again, it's embarrassing to say this, but I think this podcast was started because there's always that one person that could be like, no, that's stupid. Right. And I'm like, no, it's not stupid. It all matters.
No, it does matter.
It's all real.
Yeah.
So like, I just remember being on, and I told this to her, but I didn't say this at the time. In the beginning, it was like, and I went to Australia, and we went to Cannes. I'm like, but Cannes feels like it's 100 years ago that we went.
Yeah, that is a long time ago.
But that was something that she like, oh, you went to Cannes? Like, tell me about that. And I'm like, I can't believe I have this full story she doesn't know.
You have a lot to tell her. Yeah.
But I always felt like she would know it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go, I'm like, do you want to, so we're having coffee and catching up, and I'm hearing about her life, how happy and how well she was doing, and I'm like, and how bright she looked, and I was like, do you want to go get something to eat? We go get something to eat, and then it was like a 45-minute wait to get something to eat, and then we were like, let's get coffee while we wait, and then like it kind of, the questions got a little deeper.
Okay. And
I kind of like broke down to her. I had this like kind of breakdown.
Like
public.
Emotionally? Like,
yeah, like public. I'd never like crying, tears, all this stuff. And just about how much I'd thought about her. And, honestly, I don't even remember what she looked like during this. Like I was just like very like caught up in letting her know that.
Right. Because
I just wanted her to know, that I don't know why. Especially because I'd held that in. I do a podcast where I talk about my life and dating every week. I don't think this story made sense to tell on a podcast for me. At the time, before this, I'm saying it wouldn't be fair. I do try to have some, people, I don't know what people think, but I think you can only, you say what you can. This is an entertaining show. This is supposed to be entertaining. And I'm not doing this to try and like, and also I was trying to get over it. I was trying to like move on and not compare.
Right.
So after this, we connected pretty quickly, and that was that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else I could say.
Yeah. And I mean, I had encouraged you to reach out to her like throughout the years, but I think it felt like there was always like a hesitancy. So maybe like she needed to do that to kind of like, if you reached out, you might have felt too weird about it or something, or too much pressure to do anything.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely feel I'm in a different place now than I was then. When we first dated. I feel really good.
That's great.
I got a tan.
How does she live in the same area as you? How are you working?
I mean, we're figuring this out.
Yeah, we have so many episodes to like fully get into all of that. But
I guess that's the catch up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I went on maternity leave. I came back. You have a girlfriend?
Well, I didn't want to. I don't want to like steal your thunder. But we did name the relationship Lucy Charlie 7.
Nice.
So
love it. Yes.
That's
okay. I'm honored. Yeah.
It is funny how quick, but we always knew that. I knew that like once it was
on. Are you gonna like move in together? Like
we haven't crossed that bridge yet. No, we can keep that. I'd like for those things to happen. Like I think like the difference now. Like I don't feel like I'm playing catch up with them, like with her. I don't feel like it's like, there's a fear of like, I guess when you go back with someone, the fear of like, do they trust you?
That was my question. Thank you for starting it even before then. Do you think, and I guess I'd have to ask her probably, but like, do you think she has a fear like he left once, he could leave again?
Sure. I would, sometimes I can kind of feel that. And I try to be, you said something about a similarity to connect your pregnancy and the babies to this is like, this is when I kind of have this opinion that at 41, I should be a good partner, or better than I would have been at 31 or 21. Like there's lessons I've learned. There's a lot of things I know. Like I can't act like I don't know that, hey, letting someone know that you've dated before, like, hey, I'm really enjoying this and I have I feel really happy here and I don't feel any of that fear that I felt before. Letting them in on that is like something you learn along the way. I wouldn't know to do that at 30 maybe, but I know to do that now. I know to be like, hey, to know the nuance and the context, like to give assurance, like, hey, the context of us getting back together, I might have to let them know that like, I don't have any fear here.
Right.
And I think I've been trying to do that and I could feel
so she doesn't have to just wonder.
Right.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, like,
that's gret. It's very
I could
mature.
feel, and I was like, I could feel like a little bit like moments where I'm like, this is the person that I, want to date.
Really go in on.
But then there's I was like, this is the person that's like maybe figuring me out and where my intentions lie and my fears and if I'm the same guy before. Like, but I don't think I was like I think, something I'm going to like relieve myself of is I've never dated dishonestly. Like, I never dated someone thinking, I know I don't want to be with them forever, but I'm going to keep in this because I want to keep fucking. Like, it was never like the mean version of it. There's the nice version of like, I know there's not forever, but I don't know how to end it. And maybe I should keep going a little longer. Like that happened, but I don't want, I this idea that like, I've learned lessons about how I want to be. And now it's easier to be that person. Again, like when we hear from people, my boyfriend's the best guy ever and all these other men fucking suck and every other guy I dated sucked. No, the guy you're dating made a decision that he was really in for this.
Right.
And now he's really good to you because that's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's
true.
So it's not, and all those other guys are going to be really good to someone else. And you're out there saying how shitty they were.
Saying what a piece of shit they are.
Right. And again, there are pieces of shit. I'm not saying that everyone.
There are,
yeah,
definitely.
Right. There's definitely pieces of shit out there, but I'm just saying like this idea.
Comment in Spotify if you are one. I'm just kidding.
So I drag on. Thanks again to HBO Max for sponsoring this segment. They got their money's worth today.
Seriously. I have so many more questions, but we have endless amounts of episodes to do in the future, so I'm going to get to all of them
The
later.
show will go forever.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Never leaving.
Euphoria is back for season 3. 5 years later, the characters are navigating power, faith, and ambition in the real world. It's bold, visceral, and genuinely unlike anything else on TV right now. Don't miss the 3rd season of Euphoria starring 2-time Emmy winner Zendaya, premiering April 12th on HBO and HBO Max with new episodes every Sunday. Okay, so Jordana, welcome back. Let's get into it. We got a show to do. Before we do, I'm on the road. I got road. I'm still doing stand-up.
Yes?
You know that?
You didn't just become a house husband?
No, I'm not. I'm not just a house husband anymore. No, I do a lot of different things.
What do you do?
I do stand-up. I do impressions. If you're listening now, what's the date now?
I do voices. Mrs. Doubtfire.
A lot of voices. What's the date today of this episode?
April 1st. April Fool's Day. Was this a real relationship, right?
Oh my God.
Just punking?
Yeah, no, I'm not in a relationship. I'm actually single.
Psych.
April Fools. All that sweet stuff about learning and loving and becoming a new person.
Made it up.
Stupid. Can you imagine?
That would be so
one
funny.
Of those confetti things again.
That would be so funny. Oh my God.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Please tell your moms not to DM me anymore. That's our first fight. The April Fool's.
I love it. I love it.
I am gonna be in Tempe, Arizona, this weekend. St. Louis, Missouri. Coming to St. Louis. Norwalk, Connecticut. Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. LA, Los Angeles. Got to sell that show out. That's for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Jacksonville, Austin, Texas. West Hampton Beach.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll
I'll
come.
come there. Yeah.
Okay, West Hampton
When's that?
Beach. That's 4th of July weekend, July 5th.
Oh, fun.
So that could be a fun
That
weekend.
would.
Okay. And then I'm going to Portland, Maine. I'm going back to Portland, Maine. I love Portland, Maine.
Look
so
at you.
I'm going to be all over this great country of ours. Come to a show, jaredfree.com. Also, the book is coming out. April 1st is my 16-year anniversary of doing stand-up. You know that?
Wow.
been
You
doing
started
stand-up-
it on April Fool's Day. That's very apt.
A fool for doing it. That's what I
Love it.
said on the day I did it. 16 years of comedy.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
April 1st, thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, you can go see a 16-year veteran of stand-up. Did it every night.
Yes.
And-
This
and-
isn't his first rodeo.
No, that's a message to all you going to other people's shows who are just trying this out. Yeah, you get what you pay for. This is going to be a 16-year act.
Yes, but
you're
your
seeing.
tickets are still affordable.
Very affordable. I ain't getting rich on
You
these.
get what you pay for, but my
Right.
tickets are very cheap.
Well, yeah, you get what. Yeah. I guess I fucked up that whole thing. Listen, also the book is in pre-order.
I am so excited to get my grubby little hands on one.
I gotta get
I've
you-
been waiting. I saw Sammy post a story of one, and Mike was like, "Wow, Jared must hate you. You gave Sammy a copy, that you didn't get one." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Where is my?" And then
That's
I found
right.
out she stole it.
She stole it.
Yes.
It was her grubby.
And then
little hands.
I relaxed. Yes.
Yeah, she stole it. She took it out of here. She really was very complimentary of the book. I Publishers Weekly, which is like that's not like cooldudes.com. You know, Publishers Weekly, you know, I frequent cooldudes.com.
What did cooldudes.com give it?
2 boners. But Publishers Weekly is like the way it was explained to me. So I'm learning about the book world.
Yeah.
You already know about it. You're a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I didn't want to say no.
Well, listen, I need to become a New York Times bestseller. I want people to like address me as that. From,
Yes.
like I'd be, instead of Dr. Freed, I'd be New York Times bestseller
Best-selling
Jared
author.
Freed.
Yes.
Right. So
Like Academy Award winner.
that's right. So I need you to go.
Are you going to put it in your bio? New York Times
Abso-fucking-lutely.
bestseller. Okay.
New York Times bestseller, mama to uncle to two.
Uncle to two.
to twisters.
Yes.
So, no, go pre-order. And if you go pre-order and you send it to a friend, I'm doing a little bit of a special. You can pre-order it. If you send me the receipt of pre-ordering and who you're sending it to, and one fun fact about you and the friendship, I'll make a video that you can send with.
Like a cameo kind of
Like
thing.
a cameo.
Right. Okay.
I'll send it. You just DM me a picture of the purchase order, and then
I'll have to send you my screenshot.
send you your screenshot.
I pre-ordered mine months ago.
Well,
okay?
it's who you. Maybe you're sending it to a friend. If you want to send this book to a friend, which here's the thing about the book, it's funny.
Yes,
It's all
that's
jokes.
what I've heard.
It's all
Sammy
jokes.
says
it's
very,
fun.
very funny.
And here's the Publishers Weekly, which is a librarian. Like it's.
Are you gonna relax on the anti-reading?
No.
People are allowed to read just
There's
for
an
this.
audiobook too, so you can listen. I'm doing the audiobook now. That is a beast.
Yeah.
Not
I never
easy.
did. I never voiced. We have an audiobook, but it wasn't voiced by us.
Well, good for you, because I'm doing this. I have to like go in and like perform. Like
Yeah.
I go in like Hamlet with my skull
You're
in
like
my
Carrie
hand.
Bradshaw when she does the thing and then she starts crying when she reads about Big dying.
I told you I cried
Yes.
while doing the audiobook.
You really are Carrie Bradshaw.
I am.
There's too many parallels. There's too many. But you go, you
cried.
Mr. And you are you Mr. Big? Are you Carrie or Big? Let us know in the Spotify comments if you
Let
think
us know.
Jared is Carrie or Mr. Big.
Here's the review. It's a friendly and refreshingly blunt resource for exhausted daters.
Love it.
I think that's like as good a review as I can get,
Yeah.
because that's what it is. It is for an exhausted dater to feel renewed again.
I have a good segue in that I've been reading a lot of children's books to the babies, even though they don't know what I'm talking about.
Is that something they tell you to do? You got to
They
play
tell-
Beethoven.
Well, here's the thing. They
Do
tell
they know my voice? Does one of them know my voice?
They might. She might. We'll see. We'll see
it
if she looks
Charlie
up.
or Lucy?
Lucy is the
Okay,
yeah.
so Lucy's the one I like more. That's
Okay.
the one that knows me.
Good to know. Yeah.
Charlie, I got to get to know. I got to
Lucy's
see.
a tougher critic, though. We'll see if she
Really?
enjoys
But maybe that's why.
Right. Could be.
She's heard me
she
give you feedback.
complain about stuff. But I've been reading some children's books to them because you're supposed to like speak to them so they learn how to speak English. But like you can't
Switch to Chinese. That's probably better for them.
You don't really know. I don't really know what to say to them. I'm like fucking tell them about my day. So, but the book kind of gives you something to like say. And that Jimmy Fallon, I don't mean to be a hater, but he wrote 2 hugely best-selling children's books called like Everything is Mama and Everything is Dada.
Okay.
They are terrible.
Oh no.
They're like 3 words each.
Jordana, I have to ask to go on this show.
You need to
no, you don't have to cut it. Listen, it's your review. It's an honest review.
His show is great. He's very funny. This book sucks. So
it's there's no words in it?
No, there's like 4 words in it. It's like
I mean, it shows you. This is kind of like this is why you shouldn't listen to a podcast by someone who started it because they had a following.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't read a children's book who started it because they had a following. It's being sold under the name Jimmy Fallon because he can sell some books.
And so everyone gives it as a gift. They're like, oh, Jimmy Fallon, she likes comedy. Like, take this book. Literally, there's 1 word on every page.
You can't say you wrote that.
I know. It's like a picture of a bee. Bee. Mama. Like that's like every
no.
I'm like
that's
I can. I was like I can't believe this is a best-selling book just because it has his name on it. It's crazy.
Well,
thank you to everyone who bought me that book, which was multiple people.
Well, it's at the front of the aisle. It's it's big book. This is why again, if you're listening and you enjoy this show and we like say to you, hey, go pre-order the book. Like we want to, we put a lot of work into these things.
We do.
We're not just writing mama on a page with a picture of a bee that I didn't even draw. That's crazy. He's just making dough.
It's crazy.
How much money does Jimmy Fallon need?
I don't know. Someone was probably like, we're going to write this book. Just put your name on it.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. It's very irritating. I was like, oh, this is going to be a funny children's book. I'm so excited.
Right. My goal was always to get famous enough. I think when the moment you're done making money is when you're the voice of a cartoon animal in a Pixar movie.
Yes.
Because I always thought that was like the best job in the world.
Phone it in.
You just go in, you read it, you don't have to get dressed, no makeup. They sit in a booth and then you go on the tour, the press tour. It's just you next to your cartoon version of you. I'd be next to a slug.
And you get paid like the same amount as if you were in a real movie.
Probably more. You get part of the toys, you get part of all that stuff. Like David
You'd be a good children's movie voice.
That's the end of my career.
Okay.
If I ever got big enough to be in a children's movie where I'm a cartoon,
you're not going
slug,
on the road anymore.
I'll do select cities.
Okay.
I will
You'll still be there. Okay.
And I will keep my tickets cheap. I only need so much. I already have thought this out.
Okay.
There's a house in Delray that I would really like to have near the beach. I don't even have to be on the beach.
You just moved. You're looking.
I'm already looking. I'm getting real estatey now.
Wow.
I want
a tycoon.
I'm gonna be the tycoon of Delray. There's a lot of things from Delray. I've become.
I need to go to Delray to see if I need to Long Beach it up.
I think you might because there's no tall buildings near the beach.
Okay. No high-rise condos.
There's one.
Who do I need to evict to bulldoze their home and build a high-rise condo?
Jordana, the Monopoly woman.
Yes.
This episode was a big catch-up episode, but we're going to still play a game. We're going to play Red Flag and Dealbreaker, what this show is known for. You date someone, you go on one date, they do something. Is it a red flag? You notice it and it's fine? Or is it a deal breaker? You end it sight unseen.
Yes. Let's see. All right. I'm going to read our first one.
Go for it.
Hello. Big fan. Red flag or deal breaker. Doesn't ask me if my cat is okay. Context. We were supposed to meet for coffee last Friday, and an hour before he canceled because he got called into work, which I completely understand. We rescheduled for the next Friday, and then I had to cancel because I had to take my cat to the emergency vet. I gave some rescheduling options, and he didn't ask, not once, if my baby is doing okay. I even tried to give him more of an in by providing a brief update. Still nothing. Not even, I'm glad she's okay. I'm seriously considering canceling altogether because it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. What do you think? Red flag or deal breaker? He doesn't ask if my cat is okay. And thankfully she sent the screenshots.
Yeah.
Because
we like
these are
a
important, especially for this kind of thing. You be him, I'll be her.
I'll be him. I'm looking forward to Friday. Sorry, I had to reschedule on you.
No worries. It happens. I'm looking forward to it as well. I hope you have a good week. Okay. Then on Wednesday.
That was the initial canceling by him. Now she's back.
Okay. Wednesday, 2 days before their Friday date, she texts him, "Hey there. Unfortunately, I need to rain check our date Friday. I unexpectedly had to take my cat to the emergency vet today and will need to come into the clinic Friday as opposed to working from home like I usually do. Any chance you have some time over the weekend?"
No worries. I'm free Sunday before 5.
"Sorry for my delay. Gigi is okay. She has pancreatitis, but will make a full recovery." Smiley face. "I have a brunch at 10.
Oh, Gigi's fine. Consider all of us not caring.
Yes. "I have a brunch at 10:30 at the Penrose Diner. I could meet you around 12:30 or 1.
That works for me. No mention of Gigi.
Yes.
So what do we think here? Is it a red flag or deal breaker? He didn't ask about the cat who...
I'm
Poor
assuming
Gigi.
this is a first date.
First
right?
date,
I'm
yeah.
assuming this is a
It's a
first date. First date, I wouldn't ask either.
Well,
being honest.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this, and I have dated many a woman, and this happens as you get older as a dater.
Yeah.
You date these women with pets where I'm asked to be as loving with the pet, more loving with the pet than I am with the person I've gone out with. Like you
Right.
go to their apartment, it's after the third date, and you're like, yeah, we're cool. But then this pet comes up, oh, you gotta go look at, Rufus. And I gotta go, oh, and I feel weird. Like I'm not there with the pet. I don't even know if it's a good dog. Not that I want Gigi to die, but
I get both sides.
I get, right.
Right. Having a dog now, I get both sides.
Yeah.
If I know it, because, with your kids or with your dog, you it's a turn on when someone is like into the thing that you're really into and like someone loves your kid, you love your kid. It feels like something you have in common. Someone loves your dog. Like if they do really love dogs or they love your dog in particular. I don't really, and I say this as someone who doesn't like all dogs. I like my dog.
Yeah.
But so I'm probably like not that person who would meet some guy's dog and be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with the dog, or I'm obsessed with your niece and nephew, or I'm obsessed with this thing.
This happened on the flight yesterday. There was a dog next to me, very cute dog on the flight. They're sitting aisle with their owner and I'm sitting aisle. There's two different types of people. There's three. There's I hate dogs.
Yes.
And
or like I'm annoyed by your dog.
Right. Or there's the people that were next to me on my left. They're like, oh, look at the dog. It was like a daughter and her dad. Oh my God, we have one just like it. I'm in aisle. I'm the third type, which is let's see how he does on this flight.
Right.
I'm not just sold on this dog. The dog was very good. By the end of it, I said to the owner, great work out of you. This dog was great.
Impressive.
Good job out of the dog. And there was an older person behind me that said, didn't make a peep the whole flight. I'm with that old person.
Okay.
I will review after
Dog
the flight.
dependent. You don't love all.
It is
Right.
dog dependent. If that dog was running around and being a terror,
You're gonna hate my dog.
well, don't have it on a flight next to me.
Right.
So when you're in this position of like that third type, which is this guy seems to be, he's not being like, I hate Gigi the cat.
He's also never fucking met him.
Right. But it is reading the text.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird to, honestly, it's as weird of her to be like, and Gigi's going to be okay. Don't worry. She
Right.
doesn't
Just
have
volunteer. I think it's more of for me, it'd be a red flag if someone volunteered that and I didn't ask.
Right. Like it's a little bit, she's a little bit the problem.
A little bit. Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, what do I have to do? I have to like be like, I've been praying for Gigi every night.
Right.
I'm so happy to find
so
out
concerned.
my prayers were answered.
Also, here's the other thing. If I haven't met you yet, I'm just assuming any excuse is like potentially an exaggerated thing because you just like didn't feel like
Right.
going out.
Totally.
Which is fine.
Gigi the cat with pancreatic cancer.
Right. Anyone
and-
who were like, I'm feeling under the weather, I would be like, hope you feel better, but I wouldn't ask you any questions about it. If I haven't met you, for me, it's like, if I haven't met you yet, I don't really care that much about anything going on in your life.
I say that because I am with you. I read this and I said, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Gigi. And then I read the text and I was like, Jared, how would you text back? I would say, happy to hear Gigi's okay.
Right.
Like I would
say hope everything's okay,
acknowledge-
but I wouldn't ask one question.
This isn't a deal, right? I'm with you. No question, fine. No acknowledgement is like, it's almost like he's trying to prove a point. So you're getting a certain type where it's like, I budge for no cat unless I get to know the cat. Like, you got to fake it a little bit. You haven't even gone on a first date yet. You don't say, well, I'm happy the cat's okay. Can't wait to see you on Friday. Like, You're still going out with them. Are you asking for them to take you or leave you, or are you trying to be good on the date?
Right. I think they're just trying to me, this reads as he's just trying to get to the date, and then he'll decide if he's like going to be asking questions about the cat.
Which, again, should we appreciate that more than the person who tries to win a date? To me, this is a person who has no interest in winning a date, which might be the person you should want to go on a date with.
Right. I think this is kind of closer to what I would do than be asking a lot of questions, especially if I've never met them. If it's an app date, I've never met them. I'm kind of like, let's just see if we like each other, and then I'll ask you on the date how your cat is. Like, I don't want to like get into it now.
Right. That's why she's more the deal breaker than he is, because she's trying to test him.
Right.
She does, the first text, about her cat, and then no worries, I'm free Sunday before 5. At that point, you've already gotten what he is. Right. And then she's like, well, he's not going to ask about Gigi. And then she goes into Gigi is okay. Now she's testing him,
which is annoying,
to see if he'll break. She's annoying.
Yeah. I might not go if I were him.
I would both people should go. Both people are red flags in their own special way. They just might not be a match. I think it's like if we saw like on a percentage scale, like a heat chart of like, you two are going to be great together versus like this date might be a disaster. We are moving more towards disaster than we are great.
Yeah. She probably should not go.
I'd say chances are low that they are a married couple years from now.
I would agree with that. Although who knows? Let us know.
Let's do another red flag or deal breaker. You ready? Last one. J&J, love the pod, love you all. Feather, feather, congrats on the twibblings, etc. Twisters.
Twisters. We're going by twisters now.
So it would be twabbers if they were brothers?
That doesn't sound as good. Bros, trubword.
I have to admit something very embarrassing.
What didn't you know?
No, this is like a very personal thing that I'm like true.
It's a safe space.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Is it safe with everyone here?
Yeah. Is this insulting to someone?
No, it's insulting to me.
Okay.
Do you rewear jeans?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course.
You do. I thought that was only people with body issues, and you don't have body issues. I think rewearing jeans is like a body issue.
Like wear the same pair of jeans more than once?
Right.
Like without washing it?
Before washing it.
Oh, yeah. I wear jeans a lot before I wash them.
How many times would you wear jeans?
Probably like a good 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times. It depends on the jeans. Rag and bone jeans, not a rewearable jean.
Okay.
They don't keep their structure. It's a little too loose. I look like I'm Gen Z.
So you don't like to wash it at all?
I don't. These jeans I didn't wash. I wore them last night, and I just had a realization.
I think that's okay.
No,
I'm not insulted by that.
Can I do?
I don't think that's disgusting.
I just, as I was sitting here, this is crazy. I'm gonna put. Can I just, everyone? I'm gonna put my hands in my pants for 2 seconds.
In your pants.
Okay.
Okay.
But not my underwear.
Okay. HR. He's asked permission.
Okay.
Although so did Louis C.K.
Right. I've had a good run here at Betches, but I'm telling you, I was sitting.
Oh, wow. Okay. They're going in.
They're going in.
Okay.
Don't.
Get the sound bite. What are you doing? Did you leave something in there?
I just realized that my underwear that I wore with the jeans.
This was not planned, right?
No, were in my pants from the night before. Wow. And I was sitting here and I'm going, why does it feel like I shit my pants? And I'm like, this is crazy.
Wow.
And I had the underwear.
Should we send those to one lucky listener?
Gigi the cat. I mean, because I live in fear of the dryer. Okay. So but this has happened before. You ever put on pants and then you realize the underwear is in the pants?
I've had socks in the pants and not realized the socks in the pants. I haven't had underwear.
This is a lot to be in there. I walked here from the hotel.
I guess it was in the leg? Or
it was like I felt it as I was sitting here. Yeah. I thought. Do you have underwear on right now? Yes, I'm wearing underwear. That's why I said, I'm like, there's something extra in here.
Okay, so you put them back on. And you're not in your home, you're in a hotel, I get.
Right, because I put on the jeans, but to get I'm 6 blocks away.
Yeah, no, it's impressive you were comfortable enough to not stop.
I literally was sitting here fidgeting in the seat.
I could see that happening to me. I don't think you're crazy. Yeah.
I was pretty embarrassed.
I mean, it's funny that you just took it out like you were a fucking like clown. Like
I was like, oh my God, I can't. I think there's extra underwear.
red flag or deal breaker. Someone does that on a date. She's like, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna.
I'm putting my hands in my pants. If she did it the way I did it, I'm putting hands in pants.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab something out of the. I mean,
are you into it? You probably would be.
I'd be into it. I would love the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Like
I've been like,
in the way I hope the listeners love my vulnerability. I feel like I just was sitting here.
I think it's great. I've done like my shirts inside out. Something's
shirts
backwards.
inside out is a little different than what just happened here.
It's a little weirder that you didn't notice, but like, but glad you wore new underwear.
Yeah.
The underwear I washed after every use.
That's not something I can admit. That's not something I can say over here.
But that's a good question about the jeans.
Would you wash jeans after every
How
wear?
many times do you wear jeans before you wash them?
4 to 5.
Okay.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
So that's everyone. That everyone goes. We're all just sitting here fearing a wash jeans.
I don't think you're supposed to wash.
You're not
them.
supposed to.
Yeah. Ever?
No, you're not supposed to wash them frequently.
Right.
You're definitely not supposed to dry them. You're supposed to
That's something people with legs
yeah.
that shave made up to make other people with legs that shave feel better. I think, and I thank those people.
You dry them? I don't dry them.
I dry them. I just do it.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll do one more red flag.
If you
I'm gonna
would
throw
like
these away.
these sent to you, we should keep them here.
Right, we'll hang them up. We'll put them in a
Yes.
poster. All
You
right.
should save it for like one of your shows, and then like when the woman takes her bra off and throws it into the audience.
Yeah, I don't think the artist throws their underwear to the audience.
Oh,
it's usually the woman in the crowd who wants to bang the artist.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's
throws
the other
her
way.
bra. Okay. Writing
Give
in
it
with,
to me. I'll save it for my next Lumineers concert.
Thank you. Writing in with a red. Hey ho! Isn't that what the Lumineers?
Yes, I have that's them. Yeah.
Writing in with a red flag deal breaker from my friend. 27 female, she went on a first date to a wine bar and total was $45. When he paid, there was an iPad with 20%, 22%, and 25% options. He selected custom tip and tipped $5. Some factors here, not sure if they are important or not. He's 30 years old. You respond, do you think these are important factors as I give them? He's 30 years old. Does that matter?
Yes.
They only had 2 glasses of wine, so all the waitress did was pour the glasses, but they were brought to them at a table.
No.
That doesn't matter.
No. Not to me.
He lives in the West Village with a roommate, already a member of a workout studio that isn't cheap, and mentioned he's thinking about joining Equinox as well. Does that matter?
Somewhat. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think.
Shows he's not that poor.
Right, but okay. He was working at a startup that failed recently, so currently unemployed technically. He went to an Ivy League school. He's from Greenwich, Connecticut. I said it was a deal breaker. She said it was a red flag. Would appreciate the final say from you two. Thanks, a cheap date. So what do you think? Should you tip better than $5 on a $45 tab?
Yes.
That's the...
You should tip 20%. If you have a waitress service, you should tip 20%.
You would think...
right? Isn't that
right. I mean,
Did
listen,
he go up to the? They were brought. If someone brings something to your table, I feel like you
got to go
tip.
20%.
I think so.
It is weird to hit the... I mean,
Tipping is very confusing. I do sympathize with that, but I think this warrants more.
Taking the extra step to hit custom versus just hitting 20% when it's on there to go less than what they are letting you do easily is a statement about who he is. Now, he might tip 15% because
this is 10%, right? Is it? I don't know.
it's not.
Not what? 14. Oh, is it 15?
It's 14%, but it is actually 15% because some people do it on so I actually looked this up. This is, some people do it on the pre-tax amount.
Okay.
So
do you?
No, but I keep that in mind when I'm tipping. Like if I'm doing 20% and it's like.
Do you tip it like a coffee shop?
I have become, and I'm not saying this to like be performative or whatever. I have become.
Show us how generous you are.
I have become a big coffee shop tipper.
Okay.
I believe in it.
20%?
I go to Pura Vida in Del Rey on Atlantic Avenue most days, and they do a 5% included tip, and then they ask if you want to give more than that, I add 10 onto that. So it's 15% on the coffee on top of the 5 that they're...
Right.
But I have become, when that pad comes out of the barista, always tipping.
The older I am, the more I'm tipping, I will say.
I just don't think that they're trying to get us. Like, I don't think anyone there is getting rich off of this tip. You know, we should be getting angry at the corporation that's not paying people enough where they say we need a tip, but you don't even know if they're paying them well or not. You just assume they're not.
Right.
But I would say if someone's working at a place and they're pooling the tips with a bunch of people and they're all working hard to try and make this right, I don't know. I'm just like, why is this my cross to bear? I don't know.
That's why I wish they would just include, like they do in Europe. They just pay them more and you don't tip it or you tip like 10% or something.
But then we wouldn't be having this fun, judgment festival we're having now.
The tipping is a very judgmenty thing.
It is.
Yes.
Well, because this guy,
how much do you tip delivery people? I don't know how much to tip anyone.
Well, it used to be like, for me, it was like $3 on a delivery. Like you'd give $3 cash. I remember growing up babysitting for my brother. Oh, pizza comes, here's $3 in addition to the 15 it was.
It was $3 for a really long time.
Right. $3 was like the amount growing up. And then the minute we went to this digital world of like including tip, and it became less like you're giving something. So I don't know. My connection between money and tip and has changed my brain chemistry.
What would you tip on this $45 two glasses of wine? Would you do 20%?
8 to 10.
Okay.
It would range. It would be from 8 to 10. But I looked this
9?
up. What's that?
So 9?
9, but I would hit the button.
Yeah, I would hit the button too.
And I would hit the middle button.
Yeah. Especially if I was on a first date.
Well, this goes back to, do you want to date someone who's trying to look good or being themselves?
I guess so, right. I guess it's similar to the cat situation.
This is very similar to the cat situation. Do you want to be on, and I think it's something I've thought about myself, where the amount I tipped was me looking to get, to win the date. It wasn't because, I hope she sees this so she thinks I'm rich so that I could bang tonight.
Right.
And I think that's got to be more normal than, my version's more normal than the guy who's tipping to bang. I think most people, if they're tipping higher, it's to, look, I'm a good person, just so you know I'm a good person.
Even to themselves.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's tough because I think we have that, it's so easy to like sort of put that on someone as a personality trait. And that feeling of like, do I want to be liked for being authentic or do I want to be liked because I'm like trying? I think about that constantly. I think about that when I'm like debating how much makeup to put on to come into this recording.
Right.
Like, do I want to just be who I am or do I want to like put on a little show for the listeners? Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe more depending on the day. I've worn like a hat in here because couldn't manage doing my hair.
Right. You're right. It does translate to all forms of life. Like, what am I doing something because I want to or because I have to or because I think I have to?
Should I be, right. Is it more authentic, or is effort more valued?
Right. I think to me, I don't want to be on a date with someone whose ego is in the way. I don't know, because my ego's in the way too when I'm trying to be good. I don't know. I don't know. Is it equal? Because for him to put custom tip, to put less, that is him saying, I don't tip 20% when it's just 2 pours of wine.
Right. And does that say something about you?
Right. And I think it does say something about him. To me, if the game was say something about him, not say something about him, statement or no statement, then I would say he's trying to make a statement. That would be my assumption.
You think he's trying to make a statement?
Absolutely.
Oh, to me, I'm kind of like, he's just not the most generous guy.
Cheap. Yeah. My statement is I care about money more than you or more than this. Sure. I care about money more than I care about you thinking I'm a good person for tipping.
Okay.
And in that scenario, I'm like, this person is thinking it would be a kind of a deal breaker for me now that I talk this out. Yeah. Because I don't need that. This is an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl date. Like, this should be drinks and hit the 22% and let's move on. You save $3, dude.
Right. Yeah. I think for the $4 that it is, that he wouldn't do it, even if he didn't really want to do it, it was just to impress you. I think that's really like the main
He sacrificed. He wouldn't pay $3 to impress you. Is what he's saying. If you want to look at it a certain way, because I tried to come to his side. I did write this out.
I mean, do you tip more when people are looking at you?
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. I think most people would tip more.
Yeah,
or do something more when people are looking at them. And this guy's looking at someone he's on an actual like first date with and doesn't give a shit.
Right. So that's who you're dating. Someone who doesn't give a shit about compromise and things like that. Because I tried to make him not a bad guy.
You did.
I was like, $45 means it's a $41 tab, actually, because $3.99 in state taxes.
Okay.
I went and looked this up.
So you're saying...
There's three. I went and looked this up because I was like, what's 20% of 41? 20% of 41 is $8.20.
Okay.
So now he tipped $5 on what he should have given if it was 20%. If you believe 20% is the number, it should be $8.20. So he saved himself $3.20. Does he know that? Probably not.
For his own reputation.
Right. He needed to feel like he saved money and didn't get fucked. And do you want to be on a date with someone who's basically screaming to the world, you ain't gonna fuck me?
Right. Would you rather be on a date with that guy or someone who just can't do math? They thought that was 20%.
If they thought that, I'd rather the person who can't do math.
Same.
Like a dumb, likable person versus a douchebag.
Right, who just doesn't know.
Smarty pants. Well, we solved dating again.
We did it.
You're back.
So glad to be back. I missed you guys.
You were missed. We're so happy to have you back.
Yes. So glad to be here.
We're going to be back on Friday. Friday Feels.
We'll be back then. Bye.
Boom.